guys, today's lesson is going to be a pretty quick one. I'm going to show you how to make some origami. Everybody's been looking forward to doing that. There's two different kinds. One is the more traditional one from Japan. Looks like this. This is it's a bird, but they call it a crane. It's a type of bird that it is in Japan. And then the other kind is the kind that I like to give out for an art award. This one's the easier one, but this one's kind of cool because it flaps like this. So make sure you go to my e-learning page so you can learn a little bit about origami and where it came from, okay? So all that you need to learn how to make an origami crane is a piece of paper and scissors. Normally you wouldn't need scissors. Origami is only folded paper, but it needs to start off as a square, and most paper comes as a rectangle. So we're gonna have to make it into a square. Normally I would use a paper cutter, but it's pretty easy to make a square. All you have to do is you have to take this edge and fold it to the other side like this. Get it as even as possible. Put a crease in it. And what you're gonna do with your scissors is you're gonna cut like this. Oops, right along that line. And take this little skinny rectangle off. And we don't need this anymore. So what you have when you open it up is a perfect square, okay? So we already have one crease. What we're gonna do is we're gonna fold this corner to this corner and make another crease. So what I do is I try to line it up at the start, and then I go back and press down and put the crease in it. Okay? Put a nice crease in it. And then what you're gonna do, you're gonna open it. So now you have an X. You're gonna flip the whole thing over, and you're going to fold this edge to this edge. You have to make sure that you flip it over. That's really important. Okay, so that edge to that edge, put a crease in it. Then you're going to open it, and you're gonna fold this edge to this edge. Make sure that while you're doing this, that you're not turning your paper around in different directions. Try to keep it all in one direction. Okay, putting a crease in it. All right, and then you're gonna open it like this. Now, this is another important thing. Flip it over again. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna hold it by the corners, these two corners. And you're going to, this is what's called, if you read the origami books, they'll call this a valley fold, this a valley fold, this is a valley fold, because it's like a valley. And the ones that pop up are mountain folds. All right, so you're gonna hold these two corners. You're gonna bring your hands together like this, and you're gonna flatten it out like this. So what you should have is you should have one diamond shape on this side and another diamond shape on this side. All right, so make sure that the closed part of it, that's the closed part right here. This is the opening. The closed part is away from you, the top of your desk, or wherever you're folding. So now you're going to be taking this side, it's a double layer, and folding it to the center and put a crease in it. This side, the bottom, same thing, it's a double layer, fold it to the center. It kind of look like a kite. If its top is smaller, the bottom is longer. Now you're gonna flip this whole thing over. Not like this, but flip it over. You're gonna do the same thing on this side. You're gonna fold this to the center, and you're gonna fold this to the center. Okay, so now you should have both sides exactly the same. Looks like a kite. So now I'm gonna take this as a triangle on the top. I'm gonna take this and fold it down right over the edge, right there. And put a crease. The creases are really important in origami. And then I'm gonna open that. I'm going to flip it over, and I'm gonna fold this same way, almost the opposite direction. Well, it is the opposite direction. Put a crease in it, and then open it. All right, now this is the trickiest part, I think, of this paper crane. You're gonna imagine these are two doors. Open up the doors, and you're gonna grab one layer, this little layer right here, and what's gonna happen is it's going to fold on this crease. So I'm going to open it like this. I always think it looks a little bit like a bird's mouth when it's open, like a baby bird. Okay, and as you fold it out, the two sides come in. You just gotta kind of work it. Don't force it, because if you force it, it's gonna rip like this. All right. So once you get that side, and you know what? Some of this always takes practice. You know, the more you do it, the more practice you can. The easier it is. All right. So now I'm gonna open these doors. Take this layer right here. It folds right on this crease. That's really important. So watch where you're folding it. You don't want to pull it too far because it won't work. And fold those sides in like that. So we are basically almost done. Okay. And it's not perfect. It does not have to be perfect. You want to try as hard as you can to do your best folds. Just because if it's not a good fold, then it gets harder and harder as you have more folds in it. All right, so what you're gonna do next is you're gonna take this. This is basically what this is. This is a wing, this is a wing. This is a head, this is a tail. So you're gonna take the head, and you're gonna fold it out kind of at an angle like this. So straight here, right at the very bottom, but you wanna have it hanging down just a little bit like this. So it's gonna go out like this, put a crease in it, and then I'm gonna do this side, same thing. You don't wanna go straight up, you wanna go out to the side, like that. So, I don't know, I think it kinda looks like a bird's foot or a crown, okay? Crease in both. All right, now you're gonna fold this down, open this up a little bit, and this is called a reverse fold. This seems a little tricky, but what it does is inside, like this. This is probably, I would say, the trickiest part. So watch this again. So you've got that, open it up. This is gonna fold inside out, and it folds right on those creases that we just made, like that. Okay, same thing on this side, fold it down, open this, and then this goes up in there, kind of a reverse, it flips inside out, okay? So watch again. So you see these creases we just made. When you open it up, this goes in it, inside out, okay? And then the last step for this one, this is the flapping crane bird, is you're gonna put a head in it, and all I do is I take this and I just fold it down like that, okay? And then since you have these little things on the bottom, these little triangles, that's what you hold on to make your bird flap, all right? So I'm gonna show you also the traditional Japanese crane with this yellow piece of paper. All right, here, wait. So when we were on this step and we folded like this, to make it the traditional crane, you're gonna do one more step here. You're gonna take this bottom edge, it's a double layer, and fold it into the center. And then this bottom edge, you're gonna fold that to the center. Doesn't have to be perfect. I didn't go exactly to the center. You definitely don't want it to overlap. Turn it over. This bottom edge, I'm gonna fold to the center. And this bottom edge, I'm gonna fold to the center. All right, so that was the extra step to make the traditional Japanese crane. So now fold this up like this. Fold this up like this, like a crown or I don't know, maybe a frog. Fold it down, same thing. Open up the side, reverse fold. Fold it down, open up the side, and this one's getting a little tough on me. Reverse fold, like this. All right, and then the last step is just to put a head on it. And this one, this one does not flap, but you open it up. It's actually a lot prettier than the other one. This one just sits like this. Okay, so the more you practice, the better you'll be at it. You can try to make 1,000, that's a lot of paper. It's a great thing to do with recycled paper. You can do any size. Just want to show you, even with these scraps that I have from cutting, I can make a tiny, tiny little square by doing the exact same thing. Folding like this and cutting. And then I can start all over making my origami crane. Would be a really, really tiny one. Okay, I hope everybody has good luck, and I'd love to see your results. You can send them to me at nkenninger@dtschools.org. Thank you.